that's part of why I'm trying to find a bigger space. That way I can actually increase capacity and stop worrying about the smaller 6 and 16 gallon, just little batches from each big batch. I'd rather get to the point where the 50-gallon containers are the small batches that I'm aging out from the big 600-gallon container, and just kind of step up the process in that respect, and then have the ability to have all the equipment for filtration and bottling and all of that out all the time. Because in the current space, it's small enough that when it's bottling time, I have to clear off all my countertops, pull out bottles, pull out the filtration stuff, pull out the 2 big containers or the 1 big container and the however many small containers, and then transfer through the filtration system, filter everything out, let it rest, and then run through filters a couple of times just to get down to the actual micron level to actually filter out the yeast, because they can't do it in one step with the tools that I've got at the moment. So eventually I'll get there, but right now it's just a space constraint is what it comes down to. So there ends up being a lot of batches that are kind of in process while there's stuff that's sitting waiting to be bottled, and then just taking the little batches and bottling them as they come, and then fulfilling my vendor accounts when stuff's available, and then taking care of customers. Just keep working.
Yeah. Now, you had mentioned back at the very beginning of all of this, when I asked you about your volume, about stuff from the lab. So have you got a lab set up right there, or is that something that you're doing, at like kind of home or something?
Some of it I do at the shop. Some of it I can outsource, because I've got friends that work in the chemistry field that they're happy to just run through a gas chromatograph for me and just spit out results and say, here you go. So if there's something that I'm concerned with, or if there's something I'm trying to measure or get specifics about, or if I'm doing an experiment batch, I want to know if something's present, I can just send it off to a lab, have them test it, send back the results, and it's back in a couple of days. Because I don't have that type of equipment at the shop.
But you know the right people, apparently.
I do. Mead opens lots of doors, let me tell you.
I'm looking at your
entire bottle. I know it only takes 75 milliliters to run through the gas chromatograph. If you happen to drink the other 675, I won't be upset.
Yeah. Okay, I'm looking at your website, and I was gonna ask you, what kind of meads you've got going on, and one caught my eye, which is an interesting setup, the Verdandi.
Oh, is that? Hang on.
That's the cacao nib mead with the.
Sold out in 2 weeks.
I'll bet you did, yeah. Cacao nibs and blackberry honey, OMG. And then the other one, and then the one underneath that, Scald Song, the sarsaparilla root mead.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
I think I might have a bottle left at the shop.
Oh, really? Do tell.
there might be one or two bottles. So sarsaparilla root's one of the original components for root beer. Sarsaparilla has a lot of vanilla in it. So it's got a huge, vanilla right on the nose and a big vanilla flavor with the blackberry honey.
Oh, yeah. If you got a bottle that you need to put that aside, because I will be coming up to help you drink it. Just saying.
I will set that aside for you.
Yeah, because I'm a huge
I'll write
vanilla.
myself a note right now.
I'm a vanilla whore.
Speaking of which, will you be making deliveries to Denver next March?
For
Haim's coming to the Mazer Cup.
I am actually trying to. I've actually been setting a little bit aside so that I can actually compete this year. Because so far I haven't. Whenever it comes around, it's right after the holidays, and this is my busiest time of year. Mm-hmm. So I have a hard time keeping stuff in stock, and everything tends to be in process.
So it's no meat for you.
Nothing that's available. Right. So every year it's been there, I've just been completely out of everything. So I've been trying to set a little bit aside here and there so that I can actually send off a few bottles. And then I don't know, I'd like to make it down there, but airfare from Seattle down there, it's cheaper to fly to Hawaii. And to be honest, I really like Hawaii.
Okay. I mean, come on, but Hawaii's just Hawaii. They've only got one meadery. We're gonna have dozens at the Mazer Cup.
Yeah. That's true, and I don't get a whole lot of everybody else's meat up here. So
All the more reason to come and if we could pry AJ out of Ottawa.
Working on it.
Yeah, we're trying to get the whole Got Me Live crew there, and I'm thinking that we're going to try to do a broadcast like from the Mead mixer or something.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Cool.
Yeah.
Say what, I'll see what I can do.
I'm definitely behind entering the competition, but I was a much more selfish idea is can you get me a bottle or two? Because I'm staying in the US for a couple of weeks afterwards. I'm going to need something to drink.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Haim, don't forget I'll be raiding the cellar to stock the trailer on the way down to Miami.
Shush. Shush.
No, yeah, he's going to be totally without mead. It'll be so sad, Eric.
Yeah, I bet.
You know the rumors about how our Aussies drink. Come on.
He's playing right into the Aussie stereotypes here. You know? Oh, God. So, yeah, Eric, you're on the hook now.
I'll see what I can do.
That'll
I'll
be.
Try to make it for you, Hamish.
Yeah.
Good man.
He's not above begging, you know, when it comes to me. I'm just gonna put.
I'm not above bribes. I mean donations.
Yeah, I'm gonna pimp him out to the Mazer Cup as a mead slave so that he can actually get some stash to take home.
Hey, look, I'll buy a couple of bottles.
You only get
if you're willing to bring them down for me.
I can totally try to do that. I'll see what I can do. I'll see if I can schedule it. If I'm not able to schedule it, what I can do is when Vicky comes by, maybe you can convince her to pick something up and bring down to you too.
I'll figure something out.
You're like, it's just you're like an hour south.
Well, yeah, just an hour south, but then when I'm done here and before I go to the Mazer Cup, I'm going back to North Carolina. But there will probably be a box going back to North Carolina, too, because I'm sure I will have things that I get here that won't be able to fit in the suitcase that was very stuffed on the way out. So, yeah, well, I mean, come on, I'm here for 3 months. I had to pack clothes, and pretty much nothing else was in there except clothes, rain boots, and 2 raincoats. You know, this is, after all, Western Washington, so... in the winter. So, yeah, much rain, like every single day it rains. So, yeah.
We got snow already. Shut up.
Yeah, well.
What is that?
I want snow.
Shut up.
I've never actually seen snow before.
Oh, well, you'll see it when you come to Denver, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, how many times has the Mazer Cup had a snowstorm?
About half the time. There's been significant snow. The only big storms have only been once or twice.
Isn't it springtime?
In March in Denver? No. You're slap up against the Rocky Mountains there. Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean March isn't even that's not even springtime for me here.
No, not there either.
We still have like a foot or two of snow at that point.
Yeah. So. Oh. Yeah. So, you know, now that we like Eric is still sitting over there going, "What's wrong with these people?"
Oh, not at all. You're talking about booze. I'm happy.
Yeah, right. But
even better, how to get my booze. So
there you go. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, we'll be spreading the word about it. I noticed too that you had a couple of different coffee meads. It looks like.
Yes.
So tell us about that.
One of my friends up here is a world-famous coffee roaster.
Oh.
Like certain single-origin coffees they grow on one mountain in the middle of nowhere, and the farmer sells it to like 12 people in the world. He's one of the 12. So what I have is, right now in the shop, I actually have 2 blends that he puts together from a bunch of rare beans. And then about every quarter, I'm going to be releasing a single origin that comes out. And it's going to vary by quarter and by season and stuff like that because they come from different parts of the world. But the single origin specifically, they tend to taste a lot like coffee smells. So you get a lot of like the regional and the bean flavors and just kind of the terroir from them that comes across, as opposed to like that burnt, bitter coffee flavor that tends to happen when everybody else makes like a coffee anything. So, yeah,
so I get the impression that you're a coffee snob.
I live in Seattle. Yeah. I am fueled by coffee and mead.
Oh.
I'm having shirts made.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, I want one of those shirts. That's of course I'm gonna have to have one that says tea because I don't drink coffee. But I know that's a sin out here. But it is what it is. So that's really cool, though. I mean, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'll have to come back because one of my next experiments is a bunch of teas.
Ooh, yeah. I'm just.
Yeah, I got some really good double bergamot Earl Grey, a really tasty rooibos, a jasmine pearl, a green tea from China that translates to a yellow flower green mountain. Yeah.
Nice.
Dude, you're making
teas.
cool.
I know, right? Yeah, I'm a big chai fan, but the rooibos caught my attention. There's a South African meadery. Well, it's Garth's place. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Garth Cambray's place. That he does. He's got a rooibos mead that's just excellent. It's really, really good.
I have heard of it. The only one that I've ever been able to try is the chili pepper one,
which is really good too. He kicked off.
Yeah.
I think he kicked off the chili pepper craze in Mead with that mead because he brought it to Mazer Cup number 2. No, he had it at. It was next to the last year of the International Mead Festival, and that was when they had tables. And I got to try one little sip of it before it just like instantly poofed into non-existence because literally the table was completely and utterly mobbed, and it was so stunning. And then after that, all of a sudden, everybody and their brother wanted to do pepper meads. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a Haitian spice one that I make.
Ooh.
It's got peppers in it. It's pretty tasty.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah. I'm waiting for certain spices to come in right now, but the batch itself is actually made from buckwheat honey.
Oh.
With the spices, instead of getting like that barnyardy, earthy flavor, you end up getting like this.
Oh, Eric, you cut out. I didn't lose him
Oh,
again.
no.
Nope, there he is. All right, I heard you got this smoke, and then you went,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the spices turn the buckwheat flavor into a smoky, sort of like a sweet tobacco flavor.
Ooh.
Like if you ever smell somebody smoking like a sweet pipe or something like that.
Uh-huh.
It's that smell and a flavor with the smoky and then the spicy and a little bit of the sweet from the honey.
That sounds really interesting.
It really does.
Yeah,
Doesn't it?
I got was it second place last year at Orpheus with that one.
Oh, nice. That would be. Yeah, I'd like to try that one. That sounds very good.
We'll have to see if I have any of last year's left.
Yeah, you've got some interesting experiments going on there. Yeah. For anybody that's wondering what the hell I'm talking about, if you go to aesirmeadery.com, AESIR meadery.com, and click on what's new, he's got a list of what they currently have available, what they are bottling soon, and what the active experiments are. So that's pretty darn cool. Most people do not talk about what their experiments are, so I think it's really neat that you did that.
I'd rather keep people excited.
I'm
the way
excited.
Experiments work in the shop is it takes a while for the experiment to work its way through. So I talk about it. I let people try it. I've got a lot of people that come through for private tastings through Groupon and Living Social, and part of that is trying the experiments. And it's a great way for me to get just a whole bunch of basically objective feedback.
Oh yeah, market testing, man.
I don't like that one. This is cool. That one's not cool. And then, like, I'll make it hot for them instead of chilled, and then see what they think at that point to see if the temperature has an effect on what they think it tastes like. But I'll make a 1-gallon experiment jug, and the experiment's done when the jug is empty. And I take notes all along the way because I try it myself as it goes. I have a bunch of different people try it, kind of take notes on it, and then I decide on this is the specific point that I want this meat to finish at. So I know that it takes this much time. These are the statistics for it, gravity readings, pH readings, all that kind of stuff. And then I know that when I put the recipe together, that's the expectation is it's going to stop at that point, so that I build the bigger batch around that and submit the recipe for approval and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So you sort of use your tasting room as your guinea pigs?
Absolutely.
Why not?
Perfect.
they're usually up for it. So
Oh, they're all up for it.
yeah, they think they're